Hey guys, it's Henry. Welcome to my Steve combo under guide. I'm gonna keep this pretty bare bones. I'm gonna go over his maximum damage combo under without spending heat or any of that other shit. I'm gonna go over wall combo unders, three different Okizeme setups. We're gonna go over how to spend rage. We're gonna go over how to, I don't know, my preferred heat burst. Heat dash combo under. All that fun shit. Yeah, so let's get right into it. The combo that we're going to be using in this video is going to be Steve's extended duck combo, right? Bop, bop, bop. So, right, we put them in this situation. We have 74 damage in the bank, and now we're going to make a decision, right? In a situation like this, a lot of people kind of mindlessly go for the max damage combo under, which, 89 damage is nice, right? But Steve got left with 11 HP, right? Now Steve, although yes, low HP, is in a situation now where he's in rage. He might still have his heat. We just reset the neutral, so we're both on like even pacing, you know what I mean? Where he can equally launch me just as much as I can launch him. And, Steve's in a position where he can net a comeback versus an Okizeme setup. If you guys don't know what Okizeme is, that's a Street Fighter term. Basically, you would put them in the corner, you would grab them, you would constantly grab them, you would wait for them to spam their throw break on a get up, you would backdash, and then you would punish them spamming their grab button as a throw break and launch them. Right? It basically is just a term for mixing them up on their wake up. And Steve has three. Right? We're going to go over the first one, right? Instead of doing 89 damage, we're doing 84. However, we're putting ourselves in a situation where we can follow up with a run-up low or a run-up mid, right? We're putting them in a 50-50 where they can possibly die for this. So this is your first Okizeme setup. It's a little bit more, this out of the three Okizeme setups, it's got a pretty big payoff. If they, wake up in the duck, right? If they wake up in the duck expecting the low, you get a racer and you get heat engage. If you're in heat, then you just get a full-on launch, right? So this is great for Steve. And then even if, right? Really good low, right? By manually entering flicker, Albatross 2, bam. Run up low. Oh my gosh. Right, we're going to do running one, get a kill there, right? However, let's say we're on a map like the first floor of the stage, right? Where, pop, pop. Oh my gosh. We're in a situation like this, and once again, Steve's wall ender isn't going to kill, and we can't go for the Albatross setup because they're just going to hit the wall, right? Well, now we have another Okizeme setup that we can put them in. This is going to do a little bit less damage than the Albatross 2 one, however, it's a lot more safe, right? Bam. Up, back, 2. This allows us to have two different follow-ups, once again, 50-50, but it's got another added benefit, right? We're going to go back to this one, actually. And let's go back to practice stage. Right? So let's say that, you can't get the back to a wall. Let's say that you can't, let's say their back's to a wall. Let's say that you're going to Okizeme them off heat burst. It's really inconsistent if you're going to try and Okizeme off heat burst, because a lot of the times, even though it's not doing it so much in this, yeah, it's actually working pretty well. But just take me on my word that it is actually relatively inconsistent if you choose to do this off of heat burst with some of Steve's natural combos. I know it doesn't work with his back one combo. Oh yeah, because, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's not going to work, right? If you go for the actual Steve, for the actual entry, right? Let's say, yeah. Right, bam, bam. But then you can do this and put them in a basically a 50-50. And this time, the 50-50, instead of Albatross 2, where we're doing, you know, Flicker 1 and Albatross 2, where we're doing running mitts, we're now doing down 1 plus 2, or we're going to be doing for our mid, I'd say QCF1. I'd say QCF1 off rip. Unless you want to make a call out, which we'll go over in a bit, right? Down 1 plus 2, or QCF1. However, and this is really good if you're doing the previous Oki and you pick up on the fact that, let's say, that they're tech rolling off this. Oh shit. I think I had the delay set with them a little bit too long. But yeah, if they're tech rolling off this, mindlessly mashing their tech roll, and you pick up on it, well then it's like, okay, well now, you know, oh shoot. Now, let's say that we do something like, I don't know, something pretty generic like this. You can call out their tech roll with up 2. And yes, that one hit them on the ground, but let's say that, bam, bam. Dang it, I'm trying to get the thing that I'm trying to go over. There we go. If they're mindlessly mashing it, and like they're mindlessly mashing 3, a lot of the times you can launch them with up 2, and you know, fuck them up for it. So it's a really good call out for people that mindlessly mash tech roll. It's good when you don't have wall, and if you want to make yourself more safe, I'd actually say that this is more safe as a Okizeme tool than the running one, purely because if they go for kip up with this as an ender, if they go for kip up, it's going to beat out both options, versus if you go this way, it's not going to lose the kip up. This one also, I know it said it's really good for people that like to tech roll. It's also really, really good for people that love spring kick on wake up. It is very good at fighting spring kickers, so that's another one too. Final one, and this is related to being in heat, so I'm going to activate heat really quick. Oh, actually, yeah, activate heat. This, we are going to do quick down forward 1, extended duck, into grab, and this is just flat out 50-50. Now, this does rely on your opponent tech rolling, but it is a really damn good 50-50, right? Because we're putting them, they need the tech roll into duck, and if they tech roll in the duck, you know, I wish I could set them not to block on wake up. So I'll set them, right, let's say that they tech roll in the duck. You know, from there, huge damage combo. I dropped it, but you know, that you're getting like a 90 damage combo if you hit that. Or, you know, if they're not going to tech roll in the duck and they're going to tech roll in the sand block, which most people are going to do, right? You're going to hit them with this, and now they're full on at 50-50, and you can put them in another 50-50 if they guess wrong and they do like 2 break instead of 1 break. And you know, the other option, bop bop. Oh my gosh. Or you can do that. Really good for Steve, right? So those are 3 different Okizeme options, right? Just go over it one more time. We have Flicker 1 and Albatross 2, where we can either go into while running 1 or while running 2. This, both of these options will lose if your opponent goes for kip up, but it's a really good way to secure a round. It's one of my most preferred ways because it's really damaging without taking too much risk. This is even safer, and to be honest, I think it's just flat out better one. It's one I've been experimenting a lot with recently. Right? Bam. This, and then once again, like I was saying earlier, if they just mindlessly tech roll, potential launch, right? Didn't launch that time because the mash didn't line up with it, but it's a potential launch for people that mindlessly spam for tech roll. Really freaking good, right? We went over max damage ender, so now let's go over wall ender. Let's go over wall ender. Wall ender, pretty generic. I'm just gonna do back one combo. Right. A lot of the times you're gonna be Gatling, right? However, the main thing that I want to go over with is 2-1 and the flicker, and then do your Gatling gun. Pretty generic wall ender, but a lot of the times go for that. Sometimes it's not going to work out in your favor, and as you experiment more with Steve, it's like, oh, this isn't going to work because maybe they're a little low on the wall, or maybe you just can't get to the wall on time. Don't be afraid. This is a lot easier to confirm this into Gatling gun, right? So wall combo, wall ender, done. Let's say that you're going to go for distance, right? Let's say you're going to pull some crazy combo out of your ass like this. Right? And it's like, oh shit, I want to get him the wall, right? Well then the situation from this is pretty simple, right? Pop pop. Steve's ender when you're trying to get that extra bit of wall distance. Come on. There we go. The Sonic thing. And now you're in a situation, bam, 99 damage, you know? So if that extra wall travel distance, if you're really in desperate need for it, if they're just not exactly at the wall, you can do this, pop pop, you know? So there's wall ender. Let's go over heat. Let's say that you're doing a combo where, you want to just do that, FF2, and that, there's heat dash ender. Final one, and once again, we'll go back to this. Right? Let's say we're in a situation like this, it won't work because we're not in rage. Let's say we hit this combo though, right? Right? Let's say we want to get that extra bit of damage out, then I just want you guys to start doing this. What is up, back 2, and the rage art. That's it. If you want to end the combo with the rage art, don't just do rage art. Slip that final hit in. It's huge, right? Actually, I think this is better. What, 108 versus, we're going to find out right now. Duck 2, hold back to cancel the Lion's Heart transition. Oh, 109, so technically you should be doing that as your ender. But yeah, there we go. Max damage ender, we went over in the beginning. We went over the 3 different Okizeme setups. We went over heat dash, fucking wall ender, fucking wall travel. We just went over rage. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys have a good one. Yeah, Steve has a lot of really good tools. And I just experiment with them, It's really fucking beneficial for Steve to kind of to constantly be mixing it up, to kind of see your opponent habits and call it out. Once again, if they're mindless and techno, go for this and this, you'll fuck their ass up. If not, then just do what works for you, There is a lot of really good combos to try out, a lot of cool setups. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, peace. Yeah, 14 minutes, goddamn.